Welcome back to Day 3 of Kings Island Week. I hope you all are enjoying this series so far, and if you haven't already, be sure to go watch Day 1 and Day 2 to help you get in the spirit for Kings Island's opening day this weekend. In order to maximize your experience and have the most fun while visiting Kings Island in 2024, in today's video, I will be sharing some tips and tricks to ensure your visit at Kings Island this year will be as enjoyable as possible. The first major tip I have is to utilize early entry dates June 1st through July 31st to ride Snoopy Soapbox Racers and enjoy Camp Snoopy without the general public crowd in your way. Kings Island allows you to enter the park 30 minutes before the public, and you're able to ride select attractions before the park officially opens. This will be the best time to get your rides in on Snoopy Soapbox Racers while the lines are low. If you can't make it to early entry to get your ride, or you want to ride it before early entry is available for Camp Snoopy, then I suggest heading straight towards Snoopy Soapbox Racers and getting in line first thing in the morning to avoid the line that will develop throughout the day. Because it's a Vekoma family boomerang, it can only operate one train, which means the capacity isn't going to be great. Luckily, Kings Island ride-ops are good at keeping the line moving, but with the early summer days and weekends being packed full of families, the line is going to get pretty long. This is kind of related to the next tip, hitting the attractions with low capacity or high popularity early in the morning. The B&Ms, Orion, Diamondback, and Banshee aren't too much to worry about because they keep the line constantly moving and you rarely stand in the same place for more than a few minutes. It's the lower capacity coasters like Backlot Stunt Coaster and Vertigo, the kiddie coasters, and Flight of Fear, especially because of the air conditioning on hot summer afternoons. These are the coasters that I would consider riding earlier on in the morning if you don't want to waste any time during your visit. Some of the flat rides can also get a pretty long line. Things like Soul Spin and Cargo Loco and a few others can get a pretty long wait during busy days, so if you really want to ride some flat rides, make sure you try to get those in earlier on in the day as well. As far as Fastlane goes, don't waste your money if you plan on going on a weekday. The lines might be long towards the beginning of the summer, but as the summer goes on, like late July and early August, the line should be pretty short and Fastlane is not needed. If the lines do happen to get long, you can always stop by one of the one-time Fastlane stations, which are usually located around popular attractions if you really want to skip the line. If you're going on a weekend, then I would suggest to consider a Fastlane, but that's only if it's your first time and you want to get as many rides as possible. Otherwise, I see it as a waste of money. If you really want to avoid the crowd, do your best to schedule on a day with a low chance of rain. Oftentimes, those days are some of the emptiest days the park will experience, and because you are in Ohio, it might not even rain at all, which allows you to experience the best of Kings Island with the smallest of lines. If you can handle just a little bit of rain, then this might be the best option for you if you want to avoid the lines. For food tips, Kings Island has many special restaurants and also many other outside company restaurants and refreshment stands as well. I don't really have experience in all the places to eat at Kings Island, but generally, the newer Kings Island created restaurants are pretty good. Things like Grand & Grill, as well as the new refreshment stand coming to Camp Snoopy this year, will be a great stop for refreshments. Places on International Street also have a good view of the fountain and Eiffel Tower. I would just try to avoid Fest House and restaurants in Action Zone because sometimes they aren't the cleanest places to eat and they can get pretty packed, so if you can find someplace else to eat that you like, try that instead. Those are just some of the best tips I can think of to help you have the best day at Kings Island. Of course, there are so many other tips, and if you have a helpful tip or trick, please share it in the comments below so that other people can hear about it. I again would like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to go check out Day 1 and Day 2 of the Kings Island Week series if you haven't already, because Kings Island opens officially in 3 days, and hopefully some of these tips and tricks will help you maximize your fun at Kings Island in 2024.